Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and as you can see, in the next 25 seconds, we are going to try out the brand new version of Wargames that has all new different mechanics and things, which we shall all find out. And of course, we can see here the rewards. We're going to be going for this Dominic Mysterio, we're going to be going for a double heroic. He'll be starting us off in the next 5 seconds. Let's make sure that our deck is fully prepared. Autofill that. There we go. And 000 should be any second now, presumably. The event has still not started yet. Feel like we're being lied to. The event is supposed to have started, and yet it is not allowing us. Cat Daddy, come on now, we have been waiting. There we go, it is now up and running, there we go. And we're going to start off by taking on You Suck. I should have bought point doublers, but I want to just jump in as quickly as possible. So let's see here, down arrow. Down arrow minus 10% total stats. That's a bit weird. Okay, so we have this one. We don't have any up arrows. I don't know why it says that, but let's go for this. It is very unusual to say the least. Oh, now you just click proceed. Oh, and the opponent just gets to put their things in. Okay, our Damien Priest is still going fine. Oh, so the opponent didn't put any cards in that one. But they did put a card in that third one. Ah, so now you don't get to see them. And your card just immediately disappears. It doesn't stay there. That's interesting. So let's go for this. We're going to go throw that in, and we're going to put you two in here. And this is the one that we're going to put this in here. We're going to proceed with that. Okay, so this is a whole new version of Wargames, where there isn't a time limit. You don't get to see what the opponent is doing either. But also that means that the opponent's cards don't stick either. So you don't have all these cards that are locked down any longer. It makes it, in theory, more difficult. We don't have anything better here, so we're going to put in the left arrow taker to get the reward for that. And our Jimmy Uso, or Jey Uso, sorry, not Jimmy Uso, my goodness. Let's go with that one. Let's go with this. So I don't know what this minus 10% to all stats means. Does it mean minus 10% to your opponent's stats if you've got a down arrow? Because plus 10% there, you can see there, we've got 10%. There we go, so with our first game, with no point doubles or anything, we got 78 points. We have 13 picks, so let's get those out of the way. So it's interesting, to say the least. We got a backup there. Okay, so let's see what this backup does. So this allows you to draw another superstar to play that round. So let's have 5 cards as opposed to your usual 4. So I'm not going to go for the quadruplers because I think they're far too expensive. I mean, absolutely go for them if you don't have the time to play. But we're just going to go for 75 point doublers. And that will do us. We can also go into back, and if we go over here, Does this give us some freebies? We've got a Massey, who is strange because he's not in the company any longer. Okay, well that didn't help. I was kind of hoping that that would give us some of the buffs, the little boosts, but it did not. So let's jump in with this one against Mr. Ryan. And our points are now being doubled. So this is once again down minus 10% to all stats, plus 10% to all stats. So plus to stats, that makes sense for me. So up and right arrow. Now we only have the one down arrow here. We don't have any up arrows. But we do have a right arrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw these guys in like that. Let's use our backup immediately then. So we have a down arrow ricochet. We're going to use that here as well. So there's the People's Champion, The Rock. I still don't know what the minus 10% does. It didn't look like that gave us a plus 10% either. So I'm very much confused on that aspect. So there is a right arrow. We're going to put all three in here. And we're just going to proceed with... Well, you know what? Let's go here as well. So the opponent has put in some cards. So we got a boost there. But the opponent's cards weren't lowered, and neither were ours. So, Universal Championship, microphone, and then the plus 10% to all stats. Then the finisher. There's also splash as well. It also appears that we're against actual opponents rather than just computers this time, because that is a double heroic Damien Priest up there, which the computer shouldn't have access to. So that is interesting. And I guess we just have to make decisions. So I think we're going to go here for you. And we're going to go this and proceed. And that one we only got 64 points for, with a point doubler. Whereas we got 78 without the point doubler the first time. So, it seems the wargame has become a lot more awkward than it was in the past. So be wary, folks. So the other one is a ring out, which removes an opponent's superstar from a ring. So that last one, I think it said that it was SummerSlam 23. Well, this one is SummerSlam 23 plus. But the last opponent was something like Arcane or something. Like something like much older. And they had access to like much stronger cards like Double Heroic Demon Priests. So that's confusing. So now this one says minus 10% to all stats as well as this one. That I don't think has yet been explained. So we're going to put these two in here. We're going to go this one here. let's try proceeding with this and see what happens. So we're against 2 cards here. Well, we're against 3 cards, okay. So they did minus 10% to my cards. So the ones that say the minus 10%, it actually, this hinders yourself, not the opponent side. In that one, there was no buffs at all there. Once again, there was no buffs or debuffs here either. Also, I'm not entirely sure that that actually gave me double points there. Because we only got 3 points for each of those. So, I am suspicious, to say the least. So, we want to put our right arrows in here. There's no point in doing that. Because we can't win this one. I think we just need to proceed and just allow this ring to be overtaken. Okay, so we've got plus 10% on just this stat. Once again, that only gave me 8 points. I am not convinced that this is actually working. First plate, I think I need to put this over here. And I also don't think that's possible to win with these 2 right arrows because they are going to get the minus 10% stats. So I think all I can do is that. Okay, you can still only use one or the other. So we just have to allow this ring here to be taken. We should win this one. This ability here is worrying. And also our edge is already injured. Dang it. So that gave me 31. Then we won, we got 20, which gives us 51. Okay, so it did get doubled there. It gets doubled at the end, but not during, because it did go to 102 there at the end. Okay, so at least we know that it's working. I like some of the parts of Wargames. I like the fact that you can just click proceed and you're not waiting on a timer anymore. So that's good. I don't like the fact that defeated wrestlers just immediately disappear and then you can just replace them. And I really don't like this minus 10% stat thing rather than the plus 10% stat because it seems to punish you. Okay, so we're going to use our super move. Now, in the past you'd be able to use a super move and you would just be able to win. So let's see if that is how this works again. So we're going to put the right arrows in here and the left arrows in here so we don't get punished with the minus 10% to the stats. And we're just going to proceed and see how that works. Dagnabbit. Because with 3 cards, that should beat my Shawn Michaels even with the super move. Yeah, we took out 2 of them. Although it looked like my Shawn Michaels was still alive, which he shouldn't have been. No, the Shawn Michaels is still there. Interesting. And he has kept his power and toughness, but the toughness and speed have obviously been injured, but these ones did not keep their power from the super move. Huh. There is a lot of this that feels like it's a mistake. I am suspicious. I feel like there's a lot of this that is not working to the way that it was intended to work by Cat Daddy. Okay, so because of that reversal, Shawn Michaels was able to win because of the super move from earlier. These cards should have their super move still on them, the increased buffs, but they don't. And did we only get 5 points from retaining that? I'm going to have to go back and check that, but that also feels that that is not what was supposed to happen there. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So we get 3 cards once again. Reversal. Power and speed. Shawn Michaels has still managed to survive. So we got 13 points for that one. This one should give us 10 points. It did. And then the next one, another 10 points. Puts on 58, and then plus the 20 is 78. Then multiplied by 2 is 156. So we did get the WrestleMania 39 Braun Breaker. It feels like the points that you get are lower than what they were in the past. So that seems incorrect as well. So we're just going to dust that off. We're into the Damien Priest. Overall, I don't think this is an upgrade to Wargames. I think they have made mistakes here. The idea when they normally update a thing like this is to improve on the previous one, and I think this is a downgrade to the way that Wargames used to be. I like the idea of the proceed button, so that you're not waiting on the timer and you're swapping about the cards and everything. I think that is an improvement. I'm not sure I agree on the cards being removed, and some of the way that things work that I've mentioned. So as you can see here, I can't remember what this is. This SummerSlam BCE? And we are, let me just check my deck. We are Pantheon, almost Pantheon Plus. And I'm willing to bet that this guy is going to have access to like double heroics and things, which I feel like they shouldn't. Okay, so we want to put the up arrow here. We want to put the down arrow here. We don't want to put the right arrows in here. We're going to do this, I think. I really don't like this minus 10% stats. Like, minus 10% to your own stats. That seems a bit counterintuitive to what it is you're trying to do here. Let's click proceed and see how this goes. Okay. Single Heroic Pro Edge. It's not double Heroic Pro. Or a half Heroic Pro, if you want to call it that. Which the opponent shouldn't have, and the opponent only used 3 cards. So we don't want to use right arrows here, so let's put in our down arrow. We want to use left arrows if we can. So I think we're just going to leave the 2 right arrows there. So this is either going here or it's going here. I think we're going to leave it there. There's more chance the opponent putting a 3rd card there. We're going to leave this as a 2 of. I'm going to continue. Okay, so the opponent didn't put anything in that ring. There's a 3rd card, but that is a 3rd card that is significantly lower. It looks like a WrestleMania Fusion or something. There's a single heroic Damien Priest. So he also got the minus 10% to the status. So it does also work on the computer side as well. How did they beat me there? Hang on, what happened there? Why did his Gunther that got minus 10% and his single heroic Damien Priest beat my double heroic Damien Priest and my fortified 1 summer Ricochet that didn't have the minus 10% buff? That seemed incorrect. I feel like I definitely should have won that match. I mean, my double heroic Damien Priest will be stronger than his single heroic Damien Priest. I also have momentum on my double heroic Damien Priest. So there's no way that this is stronger than mine. And they both have equipment on them. My fortified 1 Ricochet, that's a summer card, it should by all rights be stronger than the PLE Gunther. And even if that was a fortified 3 PLE Gunther, with its minus 10% stat, should not be stronger than a SummerSlam 23 Ricochet. I think that's lies. I think that it is very possible to just lose matches that by all rights you should win. I think... I'm not happy about that. That seems like a horrible, horrible mistake by Cat Daddy. I think they really need to fix this, because I think they have screwed up something horrendous here. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. So we're going to put this here so he doesn't get the minus buff. We can't even reasonably win that final one, so I think we're just going to leave that. I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe we can get lucky with it. So we should win this one and the second one. Once again, that is a single heroic pro Chad Gable. Now this one we should lose. Yeah, and that just confirms that we lose. Did he not get the minus 10% stats there? Because that's a right arrow. That DDP. I think Cat Daddy is off to a fairly bad start when it comes to this brand new event. I personally am not happy with it. I've been playing since Season 1. Now, this here is a Ronin tier. That's what that image is. I kind of want to look up this name, L Primetime, just to see if he really is Ronin tier, because I highly doubt it. Let's go ahead and play him. With that number of wins, that seems like a genuine player. You know, like, generally you can tell a bot, it says 0 wins, 0 losses. But he should not be Ronin tier at that level. Not unless it is, you know, someone that played for a long time and then just decided to quit back in Ronin tier. Okay, so no down arrows there. Okay, so there's punishments for all 3 of these. And no rewards for any of them. Okay. Actually, this should be like this. Because then I can have 2 cards in each one that aren't being punished. And we're going to give the toughness and speed to Seth Rollins here. So neither of my cards should get the minus 10%. Okay, so that's 2-on-1 against what I think is a Pantheon Bobby Lashley. So the guy has Pantheon cards. So he's not Ronin tier. That is a Sheamus and a Ludwig Kaiser, both SummerSlam 23 pros, neither of which got their minuses. My double heroic edge does beat them, and then neither of us should have anything in this one. Okay. So this is the only one that we can't put right arrows in. So I think we're going to do this, just to keep our edge protected. We're going to put 2 in this one, because the opponent should only have access to 4 cards. And we'll do this here. We also have Overrun as well, so I think we should be safe on that one. Okay, the opponent didn't put any cards in. Okay, 3 cards, 2 of which should have the minus 10%. However, our edge is weakened on power, so I think we probably lose this match. Okay, so all of them lost. Nothing there for that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Taker in here instead, and then we're going to put 3 into this one. We're going to see how that looks. Nothing for that one, so we get 10 points. Okay, so we should win against that Seth Rollins. Nice and easy. 6 points. And well, the opponent only used 3 cards. Okay. So we might stand a chance here. The charisma from the McIntyre and the Edge got the better of us. Okay, so I'm seeing the way that this goes, but I felt there was more control when I felt there was more control when you could actually close off an opponent's ring, and then you knew you just had that ring, and then you didn't need to put anything in there. Instead, now there's a lot more playing this guessing game, because every single turn the opponent could just put 3 strong cards into one ring and not care about the other ones. So that doesn't seem good, if that makes sense to anyone. Let's see if we can pull anything here. Let's go for this one. Well, Sawyer Deville. That's pretty cool. I think I need up arrows as well. So I think we're probably going to lock that down. And 5 more seconds until we get our next match. Now, what was that last card? Was he called L Primetime? Let's see if we can look him up. So we want to look for player, search player, and it was L Prime Time. There he is. And you can see there that he is Pantheon Plus. You can see here he's got a single heroic Damien Priest. He's got a F1 Summer Finn Balor. He's got the Pro figure, Diamond Dallas Page. So what was this guy doing on Ronin tier? And he's in a strong team as well. It's only 15 and 20 members, but yeah, no, this seems like a genuine good player. He's got 19 followers. He's got a ton of stars. He has been playing for a long, long time. He is not Ronin tier. Not Ronin tier in the slightest. What the hell is that about, Cat Daddy? You want to explain that to me? Because imagine if you're a Ronin player and you're just coming along and you're just trying to have fun in war games, and you're up against this is another Ronin player, apparently. Cat Daddy, you need to fix this. This is obviously something that is going on here, because that's sheer lies. You're going to get players that are matched up against opponents that are significantly stronger than them. Where the hell are your bots that you've been using for these events for the past few years? I don't think anyone's going to be happy about this at all. I would be stunned and shocked if people in my comment section were like, no, this is the way that I like it. This is much better than more games of the past. I would be stunned if people said that. I think this is something that you need to fix, Cat Daddy, and you need to fix it right now before this goes any further, because this is not good. This is a step back in what it is you're trying to do. I don't know if you're trying to make war games harder, trying to make it more difficult, trying to put more people off of playing the event, because that is what in my mind is going to happen. And there's already, there is already enough people on my Discord server, my YouTube comment section, on Facebook, on various different other Discords groups that I'm in, that do not like war games and say, no, I'm not going to play war games. They like Giants Unleashed, they like Ring Domination, like Road to Glory, but war games is the one that puts people off. And I think you're just putting even more people off of actually playing this. Let's jump into it, because this is not a Ronin opponent. Okay, so don't use down, use up, and use right. Okay. So you have one right arrow. We're going to have to put an up one here, and we're going to have to go for something like that, because we can't really go using those down arrows in here. So we can't. So unless we discount the right arrow bonus, and so unless we discount the right arrow bonus, we use the left and right arrow in here. There's no way to put more than 2 cards into each ring, so that's what we're going to have to go with. Okay, so they used the minus power and toughness, but didn't actually throw any cards in. Okay, they put 3 cards into there, none of which are down arrows, so they don't get any of the minus stats. And they only used 3 cards, they didn't use all 4 of them. So next up, we have an up arrow, so let's put him in there. Then we have 3 left arrows. So this double heroic edge should be comparable with this. An Omos for an Omos, and our Undertaker is significantly stronger than this AJ Styles, but we are also going to add the speed and charisma to our double heroic edge as well, and we're going to see how that flies. Okay, Pantheon, Great Khali, SummerSlam 23, The Rock. And that third card we probably lose. Plus 10 to the Great Khali over there. But as I said, the opponent can just throw 3 cards into a ring, like that. Okay, so Edge was the sole survivor there. That's kind of what I predicted to happen. And that ring was left untouched. Because we do have 3 right arrows that are all going to get plus 10%, so they should win, regardless of what the opponent puts in there. And we're going to have to put Shawn Michaels in here next to Edge. If the opponent puts in 2 or more cards here, I think they take over this, and there's not much we can do about it. These 3 should absolutely win. And these guys are doing fine as well. I'm going to put this on here, just so that the opponent does put in 2 cards, and there's a reversal that we can potentially win off of that. But I doubt it. Okay, so we should be good here. Yep, nice and fine. Okay, there's another edge. 3 cards, we definitely lose that match. Which means we also lose that ring, which also means we lose the points from that ring. The opponent didn't do anything there, so we've got 37, and plus the 20 means 57, which means we get 114. So you get less points as well, which is another negative aspect to this entire thing. Going to dust that. Right, well, that is us. We have played the start of War Games. I am not happy about it. I have shown my thoughts on my first reactions to it. This is the first time playing this new version. I'm going to ask you all to do something that I don't normally ask in these videos. You know that I say my spiel at the end, you know, give me a like, share, subscribe, etc. If you don't like this War Games, make sure you share this video with other people in your community. Let Cat Daddy know that you don't like this new version of War Games. Show them this video, show them the comment section, leave a comment below saying, yeah, I agree with you, Grand Cat, this is absolutely horrible, or leave a comment below saying, no, Grand Cat, you are absolutely wrong, this new War Games is fantastic and amazing, because I want to know your opinion on it. I don't care if you... I mean, it's not that I don't care. If you don't agree with me, I want to hear your opinion as well. I want to know why you think this new War Games is good, and if you think that this is an improvement on the original War Games. And if you don't, and if you agree with me, then leave a comment below saying that, no, you are right, Grand Cat, this is terrible. Because this is how we get things changed. If there's enough people that don't like something, and if Cat Daddy become aware that people don't like it, then they will change it, or we will stop playing, because that's what happens. And that's not a threat, that's not, we're going to walk out and we're going to stop playing. I mean, people will just get bored of it, and they will just not continue playing the game. And if you want WWE Supercard to continue being a flourishing game and not like NBA Supercard, which just announced that they are closing their doors, then you need to be the ones to step up and say, hey, we don't like this. We want to continue playing your game, but only if you fix the problems. And quite frankly, there is a lot of problems that I have seen in this Wargames, a lot that I'm not happy with. I'm going to slug through it and get that double heroic Dominic Mysterio, because that's what a Grand Cat does. But I would certainly be a lot happier doing it if it was the original Wargames as opposed to this new version. I think the way that they changed Giants Unleashed was a lot better. I think there was a lot of upgrades. I think it looks and feels a lot better than what the original Giants Unleashed did. And I also like the original Giants Unleashed. But I like the original Wargames, and I don't like this one. And there's a lot of people that didn't like the original Wargames, and they are going to like this even less. So, Cat Daddy, if you are listening, by all means, keep the proceed button. I think that's a good shout. But fix these things, because this Jimbo is absolutely not Arcane tier or SummerSlam BCE or whatever this is pretending. And we even looked up El Primetime and we saw that he is Pantheon plus tier. So that is sheer lies. The thing is, I can handle it because I am a top ranked player with a strong enough deck to handle these kind of things. But not everyone is. There is people that are scratching and clawing their way into Pantheon tier that are not up here on Pantheon plus the way that I am, that don't have all these double heroics, that haven't got all these big event cards, that haven't been spending the money, that haven't been dedicating the time onto it, like in order to get this high level. And a large part of it is because of my YouTube channel and my little YouTube community and my Discord members. That's why I put the time and the effort into this. But if I was a casual player, I don't think I'd be able to beat some of these guys. And this guy here is pretending to be SummerSlam BCE, and he has 131,891 wins, which is fairly incredible. 131,891 wins. I'm sitting here with 239,000. So the dude has just under 100,000 more wins than I do. And I've been playing since season 1, so I've been playing for 9 years. So yeah, that guy has put in the grind. This person has 88,920 wins. I really highly doubt that they are Ronin Plus, or Ronin Plus Plus even, which is what this is saying up here. I think that needs fixed, Cat Daddy. That needs fixed. I think there was absolutely a game where I'm fairly sure I should have won and didn't, and I think that needs fixed. Or there should be better explanations as to why you're winning and losing. I know that I've been skipping through a lot of them. I've just been pressing the button because I've been trying to do it quickly, but I am not happy with this new Wargames, is what I'm trying to say. And if you guys aren't happy either, then let's get this fixed. If you guys love it and it's just me that's complaining, it's just me being a cranky old grandcat, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll learn to shut my mouth. I'll just continue plodding along. But if you guys aren't happy, then make it known, because if you guys aren't happy and you don't say anything, that's what shut down Vanguard Zero, that's what shut down NBA Supercard, that's what shut down a lot of these other big names, because people just stopped playing them rather than letting the people that make the game know, we don't like this. And that's what you need to do, guys. And that's going to be it for this video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these little videos go out. Leave a comment section below specifically in this one. Let me know your thoughts. And if you don't like this, share this video with other people that in your community, other people in your team, your friends, other people in your Discord communities, other people on your YouTube communities, on your Facebook communities, wherever. Get this video shown, get that message out there, let Cat Daddy know we don't like this and we want it changed. Otherwise, you could potentially lose WWE Supercard. And that's going to be it for this video, folks. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.